Hello, everybody. This is Superior Stacker coming to you today. I just want to talk a little bit about how I got started on the stacking. I've been stacking for about over 15 years now. Started when I was in high school, actually. That's when I started, but that's not when I started going heavy on it. Since when you're in high school, you don't got that much money, and the little bit of money you do is to go out with friends and have a good time. But I remember my first silver coin was a silver quarter. Actually, it was two of them. I remember finding them in change, and I was like, "What's going on with these quarters? Like they're different. They sound different." And trying to focus on there. And I just put them away. I just thought they were very fascinating. I was like, "Oh, this is different." And once I started looking into it, I was even more just in awe. To know that our currency at one time in the United States was silver. It was like real money, unlike the fiat currency that we have nowadays. So that's what started a few silver quarters. And then each year we would go to Mexico as a family vacation each year. And I remember going into this one store and I saw this big old sign for silver Libertads. And I'm like, wow. So I told my mom, I'm like, hey, I'm going to get in that line over there and buy a few of them. And they were this type right here. It's not this exact one, but just beautiful coins. I was so happy. My first two silver ounces, and it's, as you can tell on this one, this I bought this one for $21.95, which if you could get that nowadays, that would be an amazing deal for a silver Libertad. There's just such beautiful coins, just so much detail on them. I love it. I love it. I love silver in general. Silver is just an amazing metal, and it's been used for thousands of years. We have used silver, and when money was real money, you couldn't. Oh, I just love that sound. You couldn't duplicate it. Of course, there was people making counterfeits, but it was a total different time. Oh, it's just the beauty of it. These are silver buffaloes, which is a very, very popular round among stackers. And over here I have some Krugerrands, some Britannias. And you can't be a stacker without having a few of these amazing coins. The Silver Eagles. Just such a beautiful coin. So some of the reasons why I got into silver stacking is, well, first of all, I love coins and precious metals. I see it as a store of wealth. You cannot go wrong, and it's a good hedge against inflation. It's tangible assets. Just a great store of value or wealth. You really can't go wrong with it. And growing up, I grew up being poor, and I was always, concerned about the future. I was always thinking about the future, even at a young age, which was probably not what a young boy should be thinking about. But I was always worried about, oh, what's the future going to be like? Is there going to be enough money? Oh, better start saving whatever allowance I get, just put away. But that's what actually gave me that push, as well as also loving coins and silver. And I remember when I got my first Libertads, I was hooked. Like, I guess you could say you get that gold bug, but with silver. And I remember talking to a few gentlemen that I knew were coin collectors, and they told me about the local coin shop. And I remember going in there, and I was just like a little kid in the candy shop. I spent hours in there, just amazed of so many different coins from so many different parts of the world, and I just wanted to get them all. It was just an amazing experience. And I remember walking out of there probably with, what was it, two Silver Eagles, some constitutional silver, I know most people call it junk silver, but to me, it ain't junk. I like constitutional silver as a better name for it. Just think about the people that have held these coins. That to me, that's just it's just so amazing. The hands they've been through, and honestly, constitutional silver, in my opinion, is a great thing to have if you're gonna use for barter, because everybody here in the States of all different ages, they will recognize it. It's easier to recognize a silver quarter, silver dime, 50-cent piece than a round. They'll be like, oh, what's that? Like, oh, it says a 1 ounce fine silver. But can't go wrong with constitutional. You cannot. So I would have to say that I love silver so much that for a while I just couldn't stop going to the coin store. I remember going 2 or 3 times. It got to the point that they got to know me very well. As soon as I would walk in, they'd be like, hey, how's it going, buddy? You're back again? I'm like, yeah, I am. And they became great friends. And I always recommend, honestly, to get to know your local coin store, because having a good reputation with them just opens doors like you won't even imagine. Since they all know if you're looking for a certain kind of coin, or if a great deal came in, they will be like, hey, these just came in. They might be regular rounds or cold coins, as they call it, which they might have a little bit of tarnish or a little bit of damage, but you're getting silver for a lot less. And sometimes those deals are just amazing. And the better reputation you have with the coin store, local coin shop owners or employees, the better you are at getting these great deals, which will make any stacker's day at any time. And something I started out as a coin collector, I would say, with a little bit of like the stacking influence behind it, for the reasons why, my concerns of the future and just the currency. Our currency has been devaluing little by little, and I don't really see any way of it stopping. So to me, having silver and some gold, which at one point I had about 4 ounces of gold, 1 ounce coins, but I did it for an investment. I remember buying them for $1,400 each, and it got to like 1870, and I sold all 4 of them. I made some money back, but looking back, I probably should have kept them now, because I just don't see them, continuing to go down, and I don't think I'll ever be able to get an ounce of gold at that price again, 1,400. I really don't see that happening. But you learn as you go, and it's always great to talk to some older people or people that have been doing it for a lot longer, their experiences, and you'll be learning a lot. I remember this one gentleman who I was just amazed. He started collecting a long time ago, but total investment was probably like $1,200, and he got picked on. People were judging him like, why are you buying silver? You're wasting your money. And he's like, no, one day it'll be worth some money. And I think he was buying it for like under $1 or something incredible like that. But he had been doing it for such a long time. Oh, this is such a nice coin. And he had been doing it for such a long time, and he finally cashed in. At that time, silver had hit its all-time high in 2011, and it kept dropping, which if he would have sold at the highest, he would have almost had like $49 an ounce. But he ended up selling, I remember it was like 37 and something an ounce, and he walked away with like $37,000, which I was so impressed. I was just like in amazement. Him investing less than $2,000 and just holding on to it, and he just wanted to buy his wife a new car at the time, and he walked out with $37,000. And to me, I will never forget that moment and hearing his story and just being amazed. So don't ever let anybody discourage you. Like, oh, why are you collecting silver? Why are you collecting gold? Like, why are you holding it? Because if you're looking into stacking, you see a bigger picture. You see things differently, and you obviously know that this right here is worth money. Oh, this is another one of my favorite coins. I love that coin. So let that be one story that just motivates you guys, because seriously, it's just amazing hearing of these other individuals that have been doing it for a lot longer, and they have gone through a lot of experiences, their ups and downs. But and again, we're doing our own thing in our time right now in the present. And I believe this is something that we're doing that's not just for us as a hobby, but wealth preservation. And honestly, I would love to pass this down to my kids one day. So another one of my favorites right here, 5 ounces from Australia. Year of the Rooster. Beautiful coin. Just a beautiful coin. And you'll be amazed, guys, but a lot of these right here, you'll be like, oh, you probably paid a super high premium on that. And I'm going to be honest with you, the majority of my coins that I actually got, I got them for spot price, believe it or not. That's why I say build that relationship with your local coin shop dealer, because they will give you amazing deals that you just can't walk away from. I do remember that this one, I just saw it and I'm like, oh, let me check out that coin. And they're like, oh yeah, sure, here you go. And I asked them the price, and at that time, the price, I don't remember exactly, but I do remember I just paid spot price. I could have gotten 5 regular rounds or this amazing Australian Year of the Rooster coin. So I definitely went for this. It's such a nice piece. Such beautiful detail. And for practically spot price. Of course, it had its premium. I do apologize. It had its premium, but I got it for the price of 5 silver rounds at that time. And I miss the good old days when I first started coin collecting. You would, if I'm not mistaken, you would pay 90 cents over spot price for a round. I remember Silver Eagles was $3 over spot. And the Maple Leafs at that time were $2. And I remember sometimes I would just go for the rounds because I'm like, oh, I'll only less than $1 over spot. Oh, yeah. And, you know, all that little rough time that we went through not too long ago where premiums were insane makes you appreciate the times that you did get those good deals. Here's another Libertad. This is a 2 ounce, which I also got lucky at my local coin shop. I actually paid, I would have bought this was like buying 2 rounds also. I got very lucky. And then after a while they changed, they're like, oh, wait a minute, there's a great market for this. So after a good while they started charging what any other place would have charged. But I did accumulate a lot of these Libertads. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked what you saw, I will have more content out, and hopefully you keep coming and checking out my videos and press that like button. You guys have a great day, and thank you for tuning in.